Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica and my headband is totally killing me right now. I got this headband along with the cat headband that I have been wearing. I just hadn't used this yet and it's just cracking me up. I'm trying to keep myself together. So this video is episode either 35 or 36 of Throwback Thursday. Of course, I have to give a huge love-filled shout out to my dear friend, Jan Van. I'll link her channel in my description box. She is my ultimate TBT inspo and muse. She's been doing Throwback Thursdays on her channel for quite some time. If you have not yet gone to her channel, I highly recommend doing so. She is just amazing. And then I also have to give a huge love-filled shout out to my dear friend and subscriber, Dawn, for being the bestest, the greatestest, the GOAT of all TBT cheerleaders. So since it's Halloween, I thought it would be fun to pull in the Nomad Cosmetics Haunted Europe palette. Isn't that the coolest? And do 2 looks with it for Throwback Thursday. And this was re-released a month or so ago, and I didn't get it the first time around. So when it got re-released, I'm like, I have to get it. And I just think this color story is absolutely gorgeous. And what I want to do for these 2 looks is just kind of split the palette right down the middle. I have an itch on my nose. Split the palette right down the middle using shadows from this half of the palette for this look today, and then this half of the palette for my look tomorrow. I want to be honest, I did film a look, well, tried to film a look with this last week. I did not like how the look turned out at all. And I'm the type of person, if I don't like how my makeup looks, I take it off because it's not that big a deal. Anyway, what I did was I put these 2 mattes in my outer V, this in my transition area, and these 3 shimmers on the lid. And this shade is very patchy, didn't love it. And then I had a really harsh edge. I don't know, I'll pop a picture up of the look. I'm gonna do something similar, just a little different today. I'm gonna keep these 2 shades for my lower lash lines. I don't know, this shade just did not, it just kind of blended away to nothing on my outer V. I don't know. Anyway, so for today's look, I'm gonna be putting this in my transition area, this shade towards my outer V, this in the middle, and this towards the front of my lid, and then popping these 2 on my lower lash lines. So starting off with Ghost River, putting that in my transition area. Yeah, I kept trying to fix the look to make it look better. It just was not getting better. I was like, what the heck? It was really weird. And, you know, I think, honestly, I just had way too much shadow on my lid. You know, I just kept putting more and more and more on and blending, and it just looked not cute. So anyway, back for round 2, and I think I know what I'm gonna do, or I do know what I'm gonna do to make it look a little nicer, I'm hoping anyway. I sometimes forget that adding more and more and more shadow isn't always the best plan. No. And this headband is just killing me. My husband and I went to Bend, oh gosh, was it in September or August? I can't remember now. Anyway, they had just opened the Spirit store, the Halloween store, at the outlet mall in Bend. And so my husband and I are like, oh gosh, we gotta go in there and see if we can find some fun stuff for Halloween. We were looking for stuff for my grandson, but I'm a child too. So I saw these headbands and I'm like, oh my God, these are so cute. They had a bunch of them, different animals, but I thought the sheep and the cat were the cutest. So that's why I did what I did. I had to. And that's enough. I'm not gonna put any more than that because this got really edgy right there. So just leave that alone. Now I'm gonna go into the shade here, and this is called Big Bad Wolf, and put that in my outer V. I just was really surprised at how that kind of navy blue matte performed. I don't think I have ever felt that a Nomad shade was patchy, ever. And it was patchy. And I don't know, you know, I realize that there are better primers for certain shades than others, and I probably need to become more adventurous with my primer application, you know, because I do have the Nonny, which is a little bit tackier. I don't know, I just get hooked on a primer and then it's like I gotta finish it, you know. So the Juvia's Place Prep Prime is where I'm at right now, and I have been for a while using that because it's very similar to the P. Louise, and I love the P. Louise. Anyway, I just think that like maybe that matte would have done better over a different primer. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But I think having it be on my lower lash line is going to be a great plan. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So curious if you guys have this palette, and curious if you have had that experience with that dark blue matte, if it's been patchy for you. Okay, so now I'm going to go into Krampus, putting that towards the middle. And I really like the shimmers. I think the shimmers are gorgeous. It was just, the matte just was acting really weird. And I don't think, do I need to spray this? I think I'll spray this one just a little bit, just to keep it a little bit more contained. A lot of people ask me what I use to spray my shimmers, and I use this. This is the Final Treat hyaluronic acid infused setting spray. I use any setting spray that I have. I don't have this. This is just the one that's in my collection right now. But when that gets used up, I have one from this one here. This is the Believe Beauty Makeup Perfecting Spray. I picked that up at the Dollar General one of the last times I went and saw my grand bebe, which we just saw him over the weekend, which was wonderful. Wonderful. So that'll be what I use after this, the Final Treat one is used up. And there's no real rhyme or reason to it. If it just uses setting spray, doesn't matter to me what it is. This shade is absolutely gorgeous. It's got a black base and this beautiful like wine colored flip to it. It's beautiful, really nice. Love it. And I just felt like the shimmers would work really well, you know, and I don't even know that I needed to put the taupe shade down, but I kind of like to take the edge of it down, you know, I just usually do. So I'll go back around with the taupe shade here in just a minute. But now I'm going to go into this shade here, and this one is called Bloody Mary. I'll put that towards the front. Also, I don't think I've shared yet, I had a raging ear infection that caused this eardrum, my left eardrum, to rupture. Basically, I got swimmer's ear because I've been swimming, which that's always what happens to me typically, is I will end up getting swimmer's ear, which I can't stand that, but I do. I just do. I don't know why, but I just do. So I could tell that something was wrong with my ear. The video that I filmed, the collab that I did with Shawnee and Jan, that I was not feeling that great when I filmed that video. I don't know if you can tell, my eyes are all bloodshot from the chlorine, and also my ear was hurting. So I can tell that I was not my best at that point, but I was just trying to power through, and it's going to be fine. And you know, my ear just has water in it, and it'll get better. And it didn't get better, it got worse. And then, you know, my eardrum ruptured, and I went to urgent care, and it's, you know, that happens. That's not like abnormal for your eardrum to rupture at all. It just, you know, wasn't very fun. Now I'm going to go into Krampus with my finger and just kind of smush this in here too. So anyway, it's just, you know, obnoxious. They put me on antibiotic drops and antibiotic pills, and, you know, I feel like I'm in the 3rd grade, because who the hell gets an ear infection at age 50? Me. Going into Big Bad Wolf too. I mean, you know, people do get ear infections, I get that, but it doesn't feel very good to get an ear infection. Hurts. Hurts. Not fun. So, yeah, but I feel fine now. I feel great. And actually, I don't want to use that same brush I was using. I want to use, I think I'm actually going to use this brush because it's a little bit more compact for the Ghost River shade, just to go around the shimmers. Oops, let me get that off my finger. Okay, go around, just kind of, blend the edge of the shimmer a little bit better here, so it's not quite so harsh looking. And this is what I was going for the last look I did, but it just didn't really turn out the way I wanted it to at all. And this still is not really turning out exactly the way I wanted it to. So probably what I will do, probably what I'm going to do then is go around with my e.l.f. contour palette, that kind of sheeny little white shade that I like to use, that cream colored shade. I'll go around the edge with that too, and that'll really help diffuse the edge of this. I don't know what my deal is with this palette, you guys, but so far I'm struggling with it. It's just not turning out the way I want it to. Okay, I'm gonna go into this shade here, and with this brush, I'm just kind of go around and take the edge of that off if I can. If I can't, I might be scrapping a second look. No, I'm not gonna scrap a second look. This will be fine. I don't know. I think maybe it's the color combo. This is not a color combo I do often, maybe. I don't know. Well, okay. I think I'm done. It's okay. It's okay. But maybe once I get my other eyelid done and everything else on, I'll like it a lot better. But I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go deal with everything and I'll come back. So this, of course, is finished look number 1. And after getting everything on, I really do like the look. I really do like the look. It's not my favorite look I've ever done, but I do like the look, and I'll go into more detail about how I feel about it when I show you the palette again, and then I'll move on to look number 2. But let me show you just everything else I have on my, face for this look. Okay, for my base combo, I'm still using the same exact things I've been using in the last umpteen videos, plus my CoverGirl Clean Professional Loose Setting Powder in Translucent. I'm using my bronzer that's in my Def Leppard Panning Project. This is the Maybelline New York City bronzer in the shade 200. For my blush, I grabbed the one from Nomad Cosmetics that I have in my collection, obviously. This is in the shade Prima Donna. I just felt like this tone would work really well with my eye look and with the lip color, and I love it because it's got a really subtle sheen to it. It's very pretty. For my upper lid liner, I'm using the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Felt Tip Liner in black, as per usual. For my mascara, the Maybelline New York Sky High. Loving this. For my lips, I have the Menagerie Cosmetics Liquid Lipstick in the shade Arthurine, I think. The sticker came off. This is the exact same makeup I had on for the last look that I decided to take off my face. I love the Menagerie Cosmetics liquid lipstick formula. It might be my favorite I've ever tried. It's so incredible. Do I have anything else? Bitsy, she's playing with my foot. Please don't play with my foot. God, it tickles. Is that it? I think so. Okay, so now let's talk about the eyeshadow palette. Nomad Cosmetics Haunted Europe. I do like how the look turned out. It's just the color combo, and I can see what the color combo is, so it's not like it's some shocking thing. I don't know that I love the color combo on me necessarily. I did use this shade, just this shade alone, on my lower lash lines. Not patchy, worked really well, but on my upper lid, it was very patchy. I don't know. Could be the primer, I'm not sure. I did use this shade here called, what is this called? Oh, I can't ever pronounce this. It's the, Bitsy, if you don't stop, H-O-I-A B-A-C-I-U Forest. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm not going to totally butcher that. I did put that in my inner corners. I thought about putting it under my brows too, but I just didn't do that. The shimmers I used, I think they're beautiful. They're just not as dynamic as I thought they would be. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm thinking. I mean, I can see the tones of the shimmers. You know, we have a gray, we have this kind of black base with the burgundy, and then this, you know, lighter red, but they just seem not as dynamic to me as other shimmers I have from Nomad Cosmetics. And I don't know if it's just the tone, but the formulation seems a little off to me too. I don't know. This shade worked really well, you know, I kind of almost wish I'd put that on my lid, you know. My cat is freaking out on my foot right now. Bitsy. Jeez, I don't know what's going on. She's taken after her cousin Rose. But I am really looking forward to playing with this half of the palette. So without any further ado, let's get on to look number 2. So I am back for look number 2 with the Nomad Cosmetics Haunted Europe palette. I could spend a long time doing that. So for today's look, I want to use shadows from this side of the palette. I will be honest and tell you that I don't know that this is my favorite palette from Nomad. Pretty sure it's not. Of course, I didn't use these 2 shades yet from this side of the palette, but I don't know. I just, like I said yesterday, I don't know how I feel about the shades I used yesterday quite yet. They're okay. They just were not knock your socks off, because I have other Nomad palettes in my collection that are knock your socks off. And I kind of had that expectation for this palette. I didn't really get there yesterday, but maybe today I will, right? Maybe today I will. So what I want to use for this look today is I want to use this shade here. Let me get my glasses on. Oh, geez. Okay, this shade here, which is called Frankenstein. This shade here, which is called Drags Home Castle, I believe. Then I want to use Mary Cemetery and Highgate Cemetery as my shimmers on my lid. And I might use one of the golds, but I don't know. This is Huska Castle. This is Boogeyman. And then I want to put Grendel on my lower lash lines, is what I'm thinking. So like tie in the green shimmers with the green lower lash line is what I'm thinking. This is called Mary King's Close, and I don't think I'm going to use that. And this is called the Catacombs, which I don't think I'm going to use this either. This shade here, Big Bad Wolf, and this shade here, the Catacombs, in the pan, they look very different. But when I swatched them, they were practically the same shade. I mean, I don't know, maybe, and I didn't have my glasses on, so who knows? Maybe they weren't, but they seemed like it to me. Anyway, so starting off by putting Frankenstein in my transition area. Of course, both of my brows have some clear brow gel, NYX Control Freak in them. And then this eyelid is primed in the Juvia's Place Prep Prime eyeshadow primer. So I don't know, I am trying to have, you know, an open mind and not let my past two experiences with this palette, like, you know, totally form my opinion of it quite yet, because there's more shades I still need to use, which I will today, and just kind of see how things shake out. But I don't know, I just was not super impressed yesterday or last week when I created that other look that went south real fast. I don't know. And, you know, I have to also remind myself that maybe it's not the palette, maybe it's me, maybe it's user error. You know, I mean, I'm not a professional makeup artist, so, you know, it could have just been me, but I don't know. I'm just feeling a little bit weird about it, because I love cool tones, okay? I love taupes, and I love dark blues, and I love the burgundies, and the, you know, I love those types of shades, and I don't usually struggle with them. But the shimmers just seemed kind of yesterday, and I feel like a couple of those mattes are very patchy. I was happy that I used the dark blue on my lower lash lines, because I think that helped salvage it in my mind, because it applied fine. But by the end of the day, that shade was pretty much gone off my lower lash line. Just real fly away and patchy, so I don't know. This so far is going really nicely though. This is a nice shade. Kind of that carrot orange, rusty carrot orange. And yeah, it's fine. It looks like it's pigmented. It's blending really nicely. Or, you know, applying nicely. It's nice. It's fine. Great. Woohoo. Okay, so let's just stay positive, Erica. Stay positive. So I think I'm good with that for now. I might go back and mess around with it a little bit more. I usually do, but for now, let's just leave it there. And I'm going to go into Drag Home. Gosh, I just, oh man. Drags Home Castle, and put that in my outer V. I really wish I knew what I was talking about, but I don't. Today is Tuesday, the 29th, and today is Steph's birthday. Not your basic Steph, my best friend and sister. So in the comment section, if you guys made it this far in the video, if you would like to wish her a happy birthday, I would love that. Let's fill up my comment section with happy birthday wishes for Steph. Yay. I mean, of course, this video is not going up till Halloween, so it'll be past her birthday, but that's all right. We can continue to celebrate Steph's birthday after her actual day of birth, right? We can. Of course we can. And it was so funny because I call her most mornings, right? And I had written down on a piece of paper out on my kitchen counter, Steph's birthday, Wednesday. No, it's Tuesday, it's today. I don't know why I thought the 29th was Wednesday, but anyway, as I was talking to her this morning, her mom was visiting. They don't live in the same spot. Her mom comes over and sees her on occasion. And I was thinking, oh, that's cool that her mom's there. And all of a sudden it occurred to me, it's the 29th, today's Tuesday, it's her birthday. So I'm like, today's your birthday. She's like, yes. Oh, geez. And it was so funny because on my birthday in July, we were talking that day and she completely spaced wishing me a happy birthday. And then after we got off the phone, she messaged me and she's like, it's your birthday. Oh my God. I meant to tell you happy birthday. So funny, but we start talking about other stuff. So yeah, we are twins. We are twins, I'm telling you. Oh, we just crack up all the time about our goofiness and how similar we are in so many ways. And we were destined to find each other, that's for sure. That's a great shade. Really nice dark brown. I'm going to go back into the Frankenstein shade and just add a little bit more blendy around the outside edge of the dark brown. But that's really nice. It's not patchy. It nicely pigmented and it applied nicely, and yeah, so that's great. So let's start adding the green shimmers. Should I do gold too? I don't know. For now, I'm gonna put this shade here called Mary Cemetery and this one here called Highgate Cemetery on the lid. I might throw in one of the golds, and those to me look very similar too. I don't know. It's not like I didn't see the color story beforehand, and I do not want to complain about a color story, right? Because I saw the color story. I guess I don't know, wasn't paying attention to, but maybe they're not, because one's more orangey gold and the other one's like true yellow gold. So, you know, just, it'll be okay, right? Yeah. All right. And this brush is really starting to fray. Okay, let's put this right here. Ooh, that's pretty. Very earthy green. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. I like that a lot. Beautiful. Beautiful. I don't know. Should I put the gold on there too? I could put the gold like right in the center and then put that lighter green towards the front. I don't know. Huh. Well, I feel like the gold would look really pretty, but at the same time, I really want the greens because, you know, me and greens. Love greens. But this is a nice green shade. It's kind of got, it looks like it's got like a little bit of a brown, I don't know if it's shift, but a brown cast to it maybe, you know? Or am I just making that up? Yeah, it looks gorgeous. I love it. I'm gonna just forego the gold. I don't know, just not feeling it today. And I'm gonna go into Highgate Cemetery. Ooh, with the same brush, just clean it off, flipped it over. This is so pretty, look at that. Look how pretty, yes. Okay, put this right here, ooh yeah. Oh, that is lovely. Now this actually might, well, no, it's okay. I was gonna say it's maybe more of a topper shimmer, and it, you know, very, very well may be, but it's also, I feel like, showing up pretty good on its own too. But I think like topping, you know what would look really cool is putting this over the top of that, even this over the top of that over this too, maybe. I don't know, that blue shade, man. I don't know if I got a bummer shade, you know, like a dud, but that shade just is not making me happy. And I do feel like this light green shimmer could be a little more, and it's just not, you know, it's just a little bit more subtle, but that's okay. It is really pretty. It's a beautiful shade. I'm using my finger, of course. It's just, I don't know. This is what I think it is, you guys. I just think I had some expectations of this palette because I've, you know, been longing for it. And I just think it's, you know, maybe falling a little short of my expectations. But again, it's just an eyeshadow palette, you know. It's not that crucial. Nobody forced me to get it. It was my choice. And I will say that the shimmers perform better for me, just for me, than the Ghost Town shimmers. The Ghost Town shimmers and I did not jive well together. But I did gift that to my dear friend Michelle, and that was where it belonged. So it makes me very happy that I was able to do that for her. Okay, now I'm gonna go back into Mary Cemetery, the darker green, and just kind of blop this here too. I do like this look better than the first two looks I've done. I really do. Which, you know, in a way kind of surprises me. Well, not really, because I love the greens, but I love cool tones so much. But these, I don't know. I know I've said I don't know like 4,000 times. It's just, I don't know. Okay, don't say I don't know again, Erica. Do not say it again. I just was surprised that I didn't love those shades more, I guess is what I would say. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done. So what I'll do is go clean this up, do my other eye, the rest of my face, and I'll come back. So this, of course, is finished look number 2 and my final look for this video. And I do like how this look turned out. I do think it's a very nice, very pretty look. And of course, I'm going to go into a lot more detail about how I feel about this eyeshadow palette, but let me show you everything I have on my face for this finished look. And I don't know if I should continue to do this because I've been using the same things in my last umpteen videos. Same exact base products, same exact powder, same exact bronzer, same exact mascara. The only things I use differently, I have a gloss on my lips that I haven't used in my last umpteen videos. This is from Nomad Cosmetics, and I don't know what the shade is because the shade sticker, the number, fell off. This is just a really pretty orangey pinky gloss that I thought would look really pretty with my eye look, and it feels really nice on the lips. This is a gorgeous gloss. And then for my blush, I used a shade out of the Blame It on the Blush palette from Made by Mama Mitchell that my best friend and birthday girl Steph sent to me, I think for Christmas. I use this shade right here called 90s Nude. I did not use a liner on my upper lids because I used a shade out of the, I mean I did, but eyeshadow out of the palette. Is that it? Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the eyeshadow palette. Nomad Cosmetics Haunted Europe. I did use the shade here, Grendel, to line my upper and lower lash lines. Beautiful, really a nicely pigmented shade. And I use this shade again as my inner corner shade like I did in the first look. And I've been thinking a lot about this as I was putting the rest of my look together. And I think the main reason why I did not get this palette when it was first released was because I felt like I could dupe this color story. I could absolutely dupe this color story with what I have in my collection. This was not a necessary purchase. No makeup is a necessary purchase, but you know what I mean? Like, I just got really pulled into the hype of the re-release, and I do think this is a gorgeous color story. It's beautiful. And, you know, I really looked at it again, like really looked at it, so dumb. It does have more subtlety to it, more subtle tones, earthy, toned down, I would say. It's very Haunted Europe. You know, it's got the I don't know, just more gloomy, more moody shades in here, I would say. I just was not blown away by the formulation of the mattes or the shimmers. This is very patchy. It really is. And it's a bummer to me because I don't think I've ever felt that a Nomad matte was patchy, but this just did not work well on me. These shimmers, I think they're really pretty, but they're just not like some of their other shimmers are. These two shimmers today, they're very pretty. They are, but they're just, I already have shades like this in my collection, I guess is how I feel about it. So I do kind of feel like this, again, it was not a necessary purchase. No makeup is. I hear how that sounds, okay? But I kind of wish I just cooled my jets and not picked it up, but I did. And I know that I have not used all the shades in here. I really want to do that. Absolutely I do. But I would say that if you already have these tones in your collection, you can skip this palette is how I feel about it. There's other Nomad palettes in my collection that I would grab before I'm going to grab this. I do, of course, want to use all the shades in here, and I will do that. I'm not saying I'm going to get rid of the palette, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let me know if you guys have this palette and what you think of it. Let me know what you think of the looks that I put together. And also let me know what combinations of shadows out of this palette you like to put together, because I might want to try your suggestion, you know, just kind of see what I think. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just an eyeshadow palette, right? I don't need this palette to get through my daily life. I expected more than what I got out of it. Let me know also in the comment section what your guys' plans are for Halloween. I hope you have a wonderful, very happy and very safe Halloween. And if you're gonna dress up as something, let me know what your costume is. I will be dressed up in my pajamas. handing out candy if I don't eat all of it first. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your lives to sit down and watch this video. If you're new here and you enjoyed what you saw, please consider subscribing, smash the like button, and of course, comment down below in the comment section. I love to chat with you guys there. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I cannot wait to see you guys again in my next video. But in the meantime, please take very good care of yourself. Be well, safe, happy, and I will see you soon. Bye.
Drop it.